Republicans in Texas are escalating the partisan debate over congressional districts by attempting to redraw their map in time for the midterm elections next year. The proposed map would make 5 districts lean more Republican. Changing congressional districts is usually done by court order or after each U.S. census. For tonight's interview, we turn to one of the authors of the book, Campaign of Chaos. It's about the 2024 election, Kyle Kondik, who is a political analyst at the University of Virginia Center for Politics. Great to see you, sir. So remind us how these new maps would change the political breakdown of the congressional district from Texas.
Yeah, so the delegation right now is 25 to 13 Republican at full strength. There's a vacant seat right now, a Democratic seat, but 25-13, that's what this map is designed to do. The new map would, again, aims to make it 30 to 8 Republican, which would be a 5-seat net gain for Republicans. Republicans would not be guaranteed to win all 5 of those new seats, but I think it's pretty clear that Republicans would do better on the new proposed map than they're doing on the current map, which is why they're doing it in the first place.
It sure is. Okay, how about the Princeton gerrymandering project? Let's take a look at the map they have of the U.S. It shows which states have manipulated their districts to drastically benefit one political party or the other. They have scored 15 states poorly for partisan advantage. So seeing this, are the Republicans in Texas doing anything wrong by redrawing the map? Some people might wonder.
I think that maybe the better question is, are they doing something that's illegal? And it's not illegal based on state law or on federal law. Now, is it good or bad? I mean, I think that this, mid-decade redistricting is pretty distasteful and pretty aggressive. But again, it's not illegal.
And they're not the only state who might do that, by the way, right?
Right. And look, there, California comes up as a Democratic state that is potentially trying to do their own gerrymander. Now, in California, there is a commission system that's written into the state constitution. Democrats are going to try to ask the voters to go around that. It's just a more complicated process than it is in Texas, where there's no prohibition in the Texas state constitution against what Republicans are doing right now. And generally, as you look across the country, the sort of bluer states tend to have commissions. They tend to have restrictions in their constitutions. The Republican states, they tend to not have those sorts of restrictions.
And all states are certainly watching this closely. So the last time this tactic of leaving the state was utilized, the Democrats, they weren't able to stop the Republican proposals. The bill passed anyway. So is there any reason to believe that that won't happen again?
Probably not. I mean, Democrats have fled the state trying to, deny a quorum. This happened in 2003, which was the sort of famous instance of Republicans gerrymandering their state in a mid-decade redistricting. More recently, Republicans tried to pass some changes to election law in 2021. Democrats denied a quorum for a little while, and then ultimately they didn't succeed in stopping that legislation. My guess is that's where we're headed with this, too, that Republicans are going to get their way in Texas. But, Democrats, I think, or at least are trying to show that they're fighting here, and that also by denying quorum and going to some of these blue states, they're sort of making a bigger deal out of this Texas redistricting, which is a very significant development, also something that's happening at sort of a sleepy time of the political calendar. But maybe it gives impetus to the blue states to try to do some things in reaction to what Texas is doing.
Some people might watch this and say, look, Texas is doing what Texas is doing. Why does it matter to me living in another state? What's the answer to that? Just remind us there.
Well, if you care about control of the U.S. House of Representatives, and anybody who follows politics should care about that, the new map in Texas could be the difference between the Republicans having the majority or the Democrats having the majority. And you got to remember the last 3 House elections, 2020, 2022, and 2024, you only had majorities of 220 to 222 seats. That's 218 is a majority, so just over the bare minimum required. So this is really important in a time where the House is very hotly contested year to year.
That it is. Okay, Kyle Kondik from University of Virginia. Thanks so much. Great insight.